Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Teckle, and I'm back again with another reading for you and some guidance for you for this week. And we had more snow again overnight, so it is very blustery and cold out today. Winter has arrived early here in Wisconsin, and we've either had to embrace it or there's nothing else to do but to go with the flow of it, right? You got to embrace it. So as I came out to my writing cottage, I just have to share with you before I pull cards is after I shoveled off the deck to get out here, I'm out here and I thought, maybe it's a little early to play Christmas music, but I just felt like I had to put Christmas music on. Why not, right? Just embrace it. So I listen to Pandora most often during the day when I'm working, and so I just found an instrumental winter solstice station, I think it's called, and I've been listening to Christmas music, and what the heck, why not, right? And I just read something a couple hours ago from somebody else who was talking about um, some friends of theirs have already put up their Christmas decorations, and that was just really bothering them that why did they all have to put their Christmas decorations up already? But as this article had said, that who cares if that's what makes the person happy and they want to have their Christmas decorations up, just look the other way. Who cares, right? So if I want to play Christmas music, I'm going to play Christmas music. If you don't want to, you don't have to, right? So who knows? Tomorrow I may say, I don't want to play Christmas music. And it's supposed to be, again, we've had quite a bit of snow already this year, but we've also had some halfway decent days in between. And it's supposed to be in the 40s again this weekend, so I'll take it. I won't want to listen to Christmas music then, anyways. So let's get into the reading for the week. And I was thinking about, as I was going to do the reading and the guidance session today for you, I think I'm going to change the name of it and call it Spiritual Guidance. Something about spiritual guidance from oracles and the animal kingdom or animal wisdom. I don't know. So I just like to go with the flow to see what comes up from the reading. And so let's just see. Because I do look at the cards really as a spiritual practice for myself. Religion has never really been my thing. I mean, I went to church when I was a little girl, but as I grew older, I would really consider myself a seeker. If you've followed my blog and my newsletters and listened to my YouTube channel and my videos, I think it's pretty evident that I'm a spiritual seeker. I'm always wanting to grow and evolve, and it's just my thing to do. So that's why I've been thinking about renaming that. Anyways, so today I'm going to do this a little bit different again. I like to just change things up now and then. So what I would like you to do, I'm going to work with the Wisdom of the Oracle today. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is the deck that I learned how to read Oracle cards when I was in Oracle school with Colette Baron-Reid. So, and as I was taught, and what would really resonates with me is that we are a story in motion. We don't stay static for one moment. Our life is always changing, right? So as I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle today to see what the story in motion is. And I want you to think right now of a number between 1 and 3, and just keep that number in your head. And so when that card comes up, I want you to pay a little extra close attention to that card, because that'll be your personal card along with the other 3 cards that are going to tell a story in motion. So just to keep that in mind. So just pick number 1, 2, or 3 as I shuffle the cards. And then I'll also pick an animal card as our animal that's going to guide us for the week. All right, I hope everybody has their number. You'll know right away. The first number that pops into your head, that's the number you go with. All right, so the first card is going to be our anchor card. and what we need to know for this week. I feel like cutting the deck, so I'm going to cut the deck. Interesting. I just said about change. So a change in the wind, but it's in the protection. It's in the protection position, which is in reverse, but it's called protection in this deck. And that's how the author intended it. So here it is upright, and the card is a change in the wind. How many of us resist change, right? What was I just saying about the weather and how winter has come early here in Wisconsin? And I wrote in my newsletter this week, I'm just going to say, talking about change in the wind, I just wrote about how at first the first snow was so magical, and then I grumbled about it for a couple of days when it snowed again, and now I've just learned to embrace it. And isn't that what change is all about? You know, we resist it because it's that unknown, it's that mystery of what's coming with the change, or not knowing what's coming with the change. So as it being in protection, it's asking us, you know, where are we resisting that we know there is change coming? But how do we learn to just go with the flow of that? And I got to put my glasses on so I can see this card a little closer. I'm getting right away as I look at the zebra, as I started to put my glasses on, you know, not everything is black and white. And that's definitely what change is all about. You know, it's like we set our lives up to, we want everything to be black and white so we know how everything is going to occur in our lives. But when we do that, we lose out on the surprises and the gifts that come when we expand our perspective instead of looking at everything as black and white. And let's see, what else can I see on this card? Well, you know, it's just the card is looking like it's in motion. So there is change. There is change occurring. And maybe you're feeling that in your life right now. You know, either you're wanting to make a change, but you're not sure how to make a change. Or you know something is coming, or maybe you're in the midst of change and it feels very chaotic and it feels uncertain. So this card is just asking us, you know, well, it's saying to us, embrace that there is a change coming. I'm saying change a lot, aren't I? I am. Okay, so change, change, change. We have to accept that change is a part of life. And I'm just thinking about, I'm not trying to promote my book here, but my second book that I wrote, Wisdom Found in the Pause, and my second dachshund, that's what she taught me. She taught me about learning, you know, that we're always in transition. We're always in transition. And the more we can learn to go with the flow of that, you know, the less struggle we're going to have and the more ease we're going to have. And again, accepting that change is always for our highest good, even though in the middle of it, it doesn't always feel that way, right? So again, it was in protection. It's asking us to embrace that change is a good thing. All right, so that's our anchor card for the week. So where is it that you're feeling this emotion or this feeling about change? So what's our next right action as we learn to embrace change and understand the mystery of it, and to be open to the mystery of it, and, you know, to look for the gifts in that. That's what Joey taught me, my second dachshund, like I said, and what I wrote about in my second book, Wisdom Found in the Pause. She really taught me to look for the gifts of that. And I learned so much about just being in silence and letting a lot of things go in my life for a short-term time. I took a 2-month sabbatical and just learned to be, and to learn to accept that I would be taken care of, and I was, and it all turned out fine. My life continued, you know, to go on in beautiful ways, and just being open to that mystery really, really helps you to strengthen your faith and your courage. All right, so what's our next right action as we learn to be with change, which is constant? All right, I'm going to pick the top card. What is it we need to know for our next right action? How perfect is this? Oh my gosh. Can't make this up. It is breathe. So when you're in the midst of change and you're uncertain about your future or even the next moment or the next day, our breath is so important. I know for myself when I feel myself going down the rabbit hole or spiraling about something I'm worrying about because I don't know what the outcome is going to be, when I take a moment and I just inhale and connect to my breath, that is so grounding and so centering. So in the midst of change, remember, you know what, if you think about it, when, especially if you're feeling really stressed out, if you can pay attention to this, more often than not, you're holding your breath. So this is reminding us to take a breath, to take a breath. How perfect is that? All right. So again, if you picked one or two, this is, it depends again on what card you chose, but this would be the card that you're really being called to pay extra attention to. So either you're being called to really understand what change is about and to look at it from another perspective and try to see the gifts in it. Or if you pick number 2, you're really being called to, think about your breath and to breathe through times that feel uncertain. All right, so number 3, again, like that, as I started out, this is a story in motion. So we're in the midst of change. And in the midst of change, we need to remember to breathe. And what's the potential outcome if we learn to open to change and accept the mystery of it and be open to the gifts? And in that, we learn to breathe and center ourselves. What is the potential outcome? I'll pick from the top again. Oh, it's milk and honey. So again, it is in protection. And milk and honey, I know in when it's upright, it's about that the gifts come to us when we do accept change and we do breathe into every moment and remember to breathe through change. We are rewarded. But the fact that it was in protection, I am going to consult the guidance book because I'm not exactly sure on this one, and I want to be able to share this with you that it is beneficial. So I'm going to read the protection message for milk and honey and link this together. So as the protection message says, a nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly, before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted. Feeling worse than before, you continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, get it? I got it. I hope you just got it too. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors you'll regret later. You're so loved, so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. Perfect. So if you pick number 3, you're really being called to look at where you need to ground and center yourself and give yourself extra loving self-care this week. All right, so a change in the wind about being open to and embracing change and looking for the gifts and the perspective that it can bring you. While you're in the midst of change, remember to breathe. It's so important to ground yourself and to breathe. And the potential outcome, if you can do these things, is you're going to incorporate more into your daily life, a practice of self-care that will help you as you go through change. The next time you're going through something that feels uncertain, this will be the outcome that you have learned to be in practice of being in the moment and taking extra care of yourself. So I hope that helped you for the week. And let's see what animal is guiding us. Oops, I just dropped the card. Let me pick that up. All right. So this is, I forgot, well, this comes with the book, The Illustrated Bestiary, which I shared a couple of videos ago, which comes with its own darling little set of oracle cards at the back of the book. So let's see what animal is going to guide us as we embrace change, we learn to breathe through it, and we learn to take extra care of ourselves when we're going through change that feels uncertain. What animal is guiding us? Oh, I love this reading this week. I hope you do too. This one's really good, I think. All right. Pick the top card again. I'm just feeling like that. So, interesting. The animal that is, oh, it's the oyster. Eastern oyster, it says. And deal with the dirt. Oh, I love it. Oh, don't you love that when you get the epiphany? Did you just see me have my aha moment? Okay, the oyster. And within the oyster is the pearl. So when we deal with our feelings that don't always feel necessarily good, that's part of the process of change, is feeling our way through all of that. And just as the oyster then opens and reveals this beautiful shell, that when we release those negative feelings and those something that we're struggling with, we too can become the pearl, right? And we too can bring more joy and happiness into our lives. I love how this one matches my scarf. I'm just noticing that. It's so pretty. I might have to wear this card like a necklace today, don't you think? Yeah, I'm being silly today. I think the snow is impacting my brain. All right, so again, if you picked a wand, it's a change in the wind, and being open, accepting that. If you pick two, it's breathe, learn to be in the moment, pause, and connect with your breath. And if you pick number 3, which was also in protection, make sure you incorporate some self-care for yourself this week. All right. All right, everyone, have a great week, and I will see you again soon. Bye.